Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are getting game day ready. I created a super affordable look for you guys. Everything I used here is drugstore, no high-end products, so all of this can be found at like Target, Walgreens, Ulta, that kind of stuff. So I kind of wanted to cater this towards like college age because you're on a budget, but you're still trying to look really good. I feel you, I've been there. I use this look a lot when I know I'm gonna be outside for a really long time. It's gonna be hot, I'm gonna be sweating, or if it's raining, this is heat resistant, sweat resistant, humidity resistant, rain, snow, whatever. This is not moving anywhere. So yeah, without further ado, if you're interested in seeing how I achieved this super easy, effortless, but put together game day look, then just keep watching. So I'm hoping this is gonna be a relatively quick tutorial because this is a pretty simple look that we're going for. So the first thing that we're gonna do is prime our skin, and I'm gonna go in with the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot. You literally can't even see this, my lights are so bright. So I'm kind of just pushing this product into my T-zone where I would get like especially oily, and then I'm just rubbing it throughout the rest of my face to spread it evenly. So you can actually get Soap & Glory at Ulta, or you can purchase it at Target as well. So next I'm going to go straight in with foundation, and I'm going to be using the new Makeup Revolution Conceal Define Full Coverage Foundation. I do love the concealer that goes with this. I know a lot of people don't, so sorry. I won't use it in this video, but we are going to go in with the foundation, and I do have two shades here. I'm going to go in with F6 and F7 kind of mixed together. Actually, no, F7 is way too dark for me. I'm gonna go in with just F6. I'm just going to apply this straight on my face. I'm just gonna go straight in. I think this foundation is pretty affordable too. Maybe like $8. I would say like 8 to 12 bucks. And I'm putting a decent amount because I have some serious breakouts that I need to cover. And I really want a full coverage look. So now before I blend that out, I'm gonna go in with the Catrice Prime and Fine Makeup Transformer Drops in the waterproof ones. These are gonna be really handy, A, to like sweat proof your makeup if you need be. I'm just taking a pea-size amount, and I'm just gonna kind of like blot this like on top of the foundation and just all over the face. Football season is kind of in that unpredictable time where the weather can change at the drop of a pin, and if it starts raining or something like that, you definitely want to waterproof your makeup. So just one more step to take to make sure that your base lasts a really, really long time. So I'm just using the Real Techniques Miracle Sponge, what is this called? Miracle Complexion Sponge, I think. And I'm just really blending that in really well, nothing crazy here. So for concealer, I'm going in with a cult favorite. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. Everybody loves this concealer. And on top of that, I'm actually gonna go in with the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin, just because I'm extra. It's so not necessary at all. Like, one concealer is more than enough. Okay. This applicator just makes it so easy to apply. Now I'm going to use the Better Skin to kind of highlight because this is kind of less coverage than the Age Rewind. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that all in. So before our concealer creases, and to make sure it lasts an extra long time, I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Powder in the shade 05 Fair. And I'm going to bake my under eyes and my T-zone. So just taking the sharp end of my sponge, I'm just going to tap this under my eyes like so. I'm gonna put this on my forehead, my nose, my upper lip, and on my chin. We're actually going to cream contour first, which is going to make our makeup last a little bit longer. So I'm gonna go in with the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and this is in the shade Fawn. Just to really diffuse that out. So now it's time to wipe away our bake, and I know I look super crazy and kind of orange, but we're gonna fix it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe away that bake, and I'm using whatever I baked with to kind of spread around the remainder of my face to set everything. So you're nice and matte. To set that cream contour, I'm gonna go in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I'm just taking a more detailed fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna use this to really carve out my cheeks and give us a more defined contour. You can go against your jawline. I'm just gonna take an angle brush and quickly contour my nose with this. So before we move on to our eyes and everything, I wanna clean up this contour and let it sit for a minute so that way it can bake. So I'm just going back into my translucent powder, taking the sharp end of my sponge, I'm just going to draw a line underneath and kind of carve that out. So we're just gonna sit here looking like the Joker for a little bit. And while that sits, I do want to go in and do our eyebrows. So I have the Catrice Slimatic Ultra Precise Eyebrow Pencils. I have the shade medium and light. So I'm gonna start with medium. So I'm just gonna carve out my brow using this. And I already broke it. These pencils are actually super creamy and pigmented. So I'm just focusing this darker shade on the outer 2/3 of my brow. And then I will go in with the lighter shade to make it look a little bit faded and more natural. Alright, so brows are on. They could be a little bit more precise, but I am not a brow master. We all know that. So, moving on now to our eyeshadow situation, I guess. I typically do not wear like actual eyeshadow for game day. I'm just too lazy. Like usually I'm waking up so early to tailgate and stuff. The last thing I want to do is spend like 8 years blending out my eyeshadow. I just added a little bit more translucent powder to my eyelids. So dipping into my butter bronzer, I'm literally just taking like any fluffy crease brush, any blending brush, and I'm just dipping into the bronzer, and I'm just going to place this in like my outer half of the crease, just to give our eye a little bit of definition. And you can literally use a contour shade for this, a bronzer, like whatever you have. There is absolutely no need to go buy extra products for this look. And then I'm just going to run a little bit of that on the lower lash line. For our lid shade, I am gonna go in with a ColorPop Super Shock Shadow, and this is in the shade Ladybird. It's a really sparkly, like champagne-y kind of pearlescent color. It's really pretty. And just taking it on my finger, I'm just gonna literally like slap this on my eyelid. And keep it really low on my lash line, like so. Just for a little bit of added shine. You can also absolutely leave your eyelid completely blank. There's no need to add extra eyeshadow if you don't want to. Again, these are all steps that you can interchange, not do whatever you prefer. So now I'm gonna go in with some liquid eyeliner. This is actually a felt tip. This is the Kokie Line and Style Longwear Matte Liquid Eyeliner. And I am gonna put on falsies. Again, I'm so extra. You don't need to wear false eyelashes to a football game. The lashes, they don't really have a band, but just to make it easier on myself, I'm doing a really, really thin line in my lashes, which will also make them just look a little bit thicker and everything. So I'm keeping this really, really tight against my lash line. And again, if you want, feel free to go in and do a wing, do whatever you want. So that's literally it. That's our eyeliner. This eye look is so easy. So now I want to go in and apply some false eyelashes. These are the faux mink wispies from Ardell in the style wispies. They're really, really pretty, and they actually have, do they have brown mix in there? It looks like they have brown mix in there, so it looks like really natural. So I'm just going to trim these and put some glue on them. Now I know this eyelash glue is technically not drugstore, but if you're wearing false eyelashes, you need to invest in a House of Lashes eyelash adhesive. Your eyelashes do not budge if you use this. So I am going to cheat and use this because it's a long wearing product and I need it for sure, especially if I'm outside, like the wind, all that stuff. You don't want your eyelash to pop off because during a football game, it's not like you can be like, oh, let me fix it really quickly. Like, alright, so while I wait for the eyelash glue to dry, I'm going to go in with a few coats of mascara really quickly. And I'm using the L'Oreal's Lash Paradise. This is like my go-to. This is my favorite mascara in the entire world. This is definitely a dupe for the Too Faced Born This Way. So if you love that mascara, you're going to love this one. So now I want to dust away that bake that's been sitting there for a while. For blush, I'm going to take the L'Oreal True Match blush in the shade Tender Rose. This is cool toned, so if you don't like cool toned blushes, definitely opt for something that's more your speed. But this one is really light and I'm pretty fair right now, so I thought it would look nice on my skin tone and kind of balance out that bronzer. Alright, so I'm actually going to set my makeup twice just to make sure it lasts extra long and is for sure weatherproof. So my favorite setting spray from the drugstore, especially if you're a little bit oily, is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Spray and Set. And it's pretty inexpensive. I believe this is $14. So holding it pretty far away, I'm just gonna do a light spritz at first. So now it's time to highlight. I'm gonna go in with my Pixie Glowy Glossamer Duo, and this is in Subtle Sunrise. You guys, this is like the best highlight I've ever used from the drugstore. It's insane, like insane. So I'm gonna go in with the lighter shade here. You literally can't. I'm gonna go in with the lighter shade here. That's wild. And I like to apply highlight after I set my face because I think it just gives it a base to like adhere to. Alright, so I'm gonna set my face one more time. Just to make sure everything is really, really locked in place. And now we are on our last step, which is lips. So I'm gonna go in with the Essence Soft Comfort Lip Liner, and I'm not even gonna apply a bullet lipstick or anything. This is the only color we're gonna be using. And this is in the shade Lost in Love, and this is kind of like a Your Lips But Better pink. I'm just going to apply a tinted lip balm. This is the Lanolips tinted lip balm in, this is like Perfect Nude, I think. Yeah, it's called Perfect Nude. And this stuff, you guys, is so hydrating. And it really is like the perfect nude. Alright guys, that's going to conclude this video. Thanks so much for getting game day ready with me. I hope you enjoyed and got some helpful tips for some long wearing makeup and kind of an easy, effortless look that you can achieve on a very tight budget. So if you want to see more drugstore looks, let me know in the comments down below, or if you have any other requests. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go, and I'll see you next time.